Holy shit. I've been following and reporting on the East Palestine chemical spill since it has happened, but this is fucking huge. An EPA engineer named Mark Durno this week at a town hall meeting in East Palestine admitted that their testing procedures were flawed and they knew it. And he also explained that the decisions made in regards to the remediation of the contaminated soil and water in East Palestine were in reference to avoiding lawsuits from Norfolk Southern, not in regards to the safety of the people of East Palestine. During the town hall meeting on Tuesday that the Norfolk Southern officials backed out of hours before, no surprise there, Mark Durno, the EPA official, he admitted that the testing devices used were not capable of detecting the chemicals that were released during the controlled burn. This is what I've been saying from the beginning. The devices that we used cannot detect the levels that are dangerous for humans. Let's break this down real quick so we can all understand what's actually happening. This is the testing device that the EPA is using to detect VOCs in the soil. It's called a PID, or a photoionization detector, and it measures the VOCs, or the volatile organic compounds that are found in the ambient air being measured. It doesn't know what volatiles are there in the compounds, but it knows that something is there. So this would be called, it's quantitative but not qualitative. But if you look closely, that only goes to 1 decimal, and this is measured in parts per million. So that means 0.1 parts per million is also equal to 100 parts per billion. And that's important. Here's why. There is something called an action level from the EPA, which is the threshold of any given chemical to which the EPA steps in and takes action. Since the beginning, both the EPA and the Center for Toxicology and Environmental Health have conducted tests, and they've shown that the contamination levels are above those EPA federal action levels. And that means the EPA is not going to get involved yet. But what this official just showed on Tuesday explains why this is complete horseshit. The EPA, following this incident, dropped its action level of butyl acrylate down to 20 parts per billion. That's 2 decimal places. The PID doesn't read that far down. This means that the EPA is using a testing device that will not accurately read until it is above 5 times the action level, 5 times higher than the safe level for humans to be breathing. This means, for example, if the level was 0.092, which is more than 4 times the safe level, that it still wouldn't even show up on those PIDs. This also means that they were saying it is safe to return to the houses when honestly they really didn't know. And this was on purpose. Per the mayor, they did it the smart way because they were afraid it was going to turn into a lawsuit, and for 6 months to a year, they would have been sitting in limbo. They did this because this is a country ran by corporations, not by people.